Please pass. You bush, I like to show you say. Hey fam, welcome back again to another video. As you can see, my eyes are swollen. That's because like I've been on a lot of research. Like sometimes even when I sleep, I just sleep off while on my phone. Then when I wake up, I can't. Like I've been having sleepless nights. Even if I was in school making research, I'm not sure I will have this much sleepless night. But anyways, and that's because especially on this nanny route, I've heard so many things. Some people said it's not possible, some people say it's this. So gov.uk became my best friend. Like I scanned everything inside that website. So if you're watching this, if you watched it up to now, you actually like try to do yourself a favor to watch my full video, please. You guys know, in case you don't know, if you're new here, I don't like people telling me my videos are too long, because like I do say, this information is online. So before I make a video to talk about anything, it takes me days, weeks, sometimes months to make my research, and you don't expect me to just talk about all those things in a 2-minute or 5 minutes video. If it was that easy, this information would just be everywhere, right? So if you feel like you have a problem with long videos, is it that you play on a faster speed, or you skip? If you like, go and skip the important parts or you skip or anything. I don't just want to see comment like your videos are too long. If you want to get blocked on this channel, that's the easiest way, because you see my eyes having sleepless night and then making a video and then somebody telling me your videos are too long. I find it very insulting. I don't need your opinion, yeah, right? Because if it was that easy, you would have found this thing. Anyways, let's get started. Sometimes I notice that videos that I start with warning people, people used to behave themselves. They don't used to leave any comment. But guys, I cannot be warning people at the beginning of my video. Some people are just watching me for the first time. They'll be like, this girl, bless you, son Lori, in there, son Lori, and you taking she be way. But then I just like to put it as a disclaimer, so that it's not be like this girl today. Somebody will stay in a house having sleepless nights. What's all this on the bed? You shake, I don't know. Leave it. That's things. And then somebody making video for you guys, and then somebody say your video is too long. I bet my drink water. The afternoon is sunny. So guys, it's actually Monday morning. I'm sorry, Monday afternoon. That's everywhere is sunny. So are you ready? Grab your chair, grab your popcorn. We're gonna be talking about and aside that, if you actually follow my community tab, like guys, I found a whole lot of things like misconception. Like there are so many jobs in the UK, there are so many legit jobs that you can get from outside UK that you can get sponsorship for. Like I told you, gov.uk became my best buddy. Like I scanned everything there, but it was not that easy. Anyways, let's direct in. So today's video, I'll be talking about nanny jobs in the UK, how to relocate legally and legitly into the UK, excuse me, as a nanny. But before I dive right into it, guys, this particular job, right, it is very prone to extremely very prone. Before you see a legit thing, is very difficult, and that's because of the process that is involved, right? So for you to get a nanny job in the UK, you have 2 ways, right? Aside the normal type of visa you can use, you have 2 ways of getting. Number one is you contacting the host, they call them host, or the parent of the child, right? The parent of the child can just put out the post, my children is 2 to 5 years old, I have 2 children, and I work morning and day, I need somebody to cater for them, kinikon, you know. That's one way of getting this job as a nanny. So they can just put it on they can put it on so many websites advertising for a nanny to come to the UK for them. And then when you actually see the job description, you see they need a child that is 5 years old, they need a nanny for their child that is 5 years old, that is 2 years old. This thing, can you come and cater for them? And then you that you're outside UK, you show your interest, probably send your CV, then they do interview for you, call on video call, and then maybe the parents is not like, okay, I'll pay for your flights, but then you have to pay for your visa, right? The parent, the host will be like, I'll pay for your flight, you pay for the visa. And then when they say your visa is 1,000, this thing. So you, because of you're really desperate, you really want to leave your country, you send money for your visa, and then you don't hear from your host again. Where did it work out? So that's why I said this type of route is very sensitive to 419 to scam. Very sensitive. So you have to use your head. And that's why I've told you there are 2 ways of getting this nanny job in the UK. Whether you are inside UK, whether you are outside UK, whether you are anyway, there are major 2 ways. So the first method is you finding a parent that put it on English, that put it on advert that they're actually looking for a nanny. It could be a newly born baby, and all this newly born, all this new mother, sorry, yeah. It will be someone that just got a busy job, anything. So that's where you find them. But for you to actually find the legit parent that is not somebody that is behind the computer that is typing that job description, that is now this thing, because there are a lot of rampant. So the second one, and I feel like it is more legit, it is more so I did not say is you actually finding an agency, a nanny agency, an agency that does this nanny job, that is, that is certified. Like you go on gov.uk, you check, when you see their company, you go on gov.uk, you check the name of the company, their license number, their, all those verification I told you about, that one. And when you're there, like I used to tell you, before you access any site on any UK site, yes, any site on UK, I tell you guys, make sure it has .co.uk, because it's very rare for a tip or this thing to actually get hold of this thing. So that's it, for you to be sure you check their license number, their certification, their everything, to be sure that you're chatting with the correct agency. So those are the two major ways you can actually migrate from inside UK, outside UK, into the UK as a nanny. So the first one is you contacting the parent of the child or of the host, and second one is through agency. Yeah, I know Nigeria is in the red list country. Nigerians do not recruit, agencies do not recruit, but somehow I'll not really call them agencies, right? I call them companies. Yeah, but I just like to use the name agencies because they serve as an intermediary between the parents of the child that needs you as a nanny for their child and you. They serve as an intermediary, so that's how I'll call them an agent. Just like this carer route, right? You send your CV to a care home looking for support worker and everything, but in real sense, yes, they are the one employing you, right? But it is not them you are working for. You're actually working for a client. You won't be living carer, you can go and stay with another client, but they are the one employing you. Do you guys understand the context I'm trying to say? So when they say agencies can recruit from various countries, not all agencies are agencies. There are some agencies that can actually still recruit you. They are not like agencies, right? They are like companies, real company, but I just use them as agencies because they serve as intermediary between you guys. So if you're actually looking for companies that can sponsor, so those are one of those things that you can actually check out for. Same like care home that even does direct recruitment. It's not as if you are working for the owner of the care home. You are working for the owner of the care home, but it's not the care home you are caring for. You understand? They will still portion you to a client, a patient, a service user, a vulnerable, a service user, a care user. Yeah, they'll still service you. So at the end of maybe 2 hours or this thing, you come and report to them whatever you say, or depending if the care home actually have residential homes in their care home. If they don't have, you won't come. And that's why sometimes they used to request for driver's license, right? Because you carry your car, go to another person's residence to go and show them care. You get, then at the end of this thing, you come and send your report. This is what you see in Kotoba. Do you guys understand what I'm trying to say? So sometimes when you feel like, oh, red list country agencies cannot recruit, from my research so far, a lot of agencies can actually recruit from red list country. So you just have to find the perfect one. So some agencies, their own is just like to show advert, right? So just advertise for them and everything. So whichever this thing, they have lines to say. Then another third way, let me just say three ways of actually getting this nanny job. I said the first one is you getting the parent of this child, right, that actually need you directly. Number 2 is through agency, and the third one is through care homes. Like for my research so far, even though I make a lot of research, please, I want to sneeze. Bless me, that was needed. This place is hot. So from my research so far, there are so many care homes that actually request for nanny, but they actually have a different name for them. And instead of nanny, they can actually call them child support worker, child care. They can call them like they have different names for it. For my research so far. So whether you are going through the parent or you're going through an agency, even if you're trying to look for jobs in the care home and everything, you can actually just scroll and check their vacancy for child anything. So they have different name for it. So that's the 3 major ways you can actually get this carer jobs in the UK through care homes. And aside through care homes, we have some other, let me make it 4. We have some other organizations that actually offer visa sponsorship, and they will need like a nanny. And that's because, if you guys know, or if you're familiar with some companies, even in Nigeria, some companies, right, when you come to the company, maybe for example like a bank, right, when you bring your child, like children between maybe this thing, you know, all those children that they cannot start school, when you come with your child, they used to have like a room, right, that they will put all the children. You cannot be backing your baby inside this thing now. You have like a room, sorry, not room, or office, yeah, more like a room that every worker in the organization will have their child there, you get. So they will not attach a nanny to them. This happened, I know of this one, at least my mom, when she was a teacher, then like everybody's children, they will be in one. If you're not doing outside nanny, this, you know, if you want to do your inside one, so everybody's child, they'll put them in they have like a mini nanny school inside the organization, right? So the nanny will actually stay with them, they will do this thing. So if your nanny need break and everything, so during break you can actually go and check on your child. Like there have so many organizations like that, even in Nigeria, so let alone UK. So that's the 4 ways you can actually get this nanny job. So even when you see a company with offering visa sponsorship, right, so just go through their job vacancy and see if you see any nanny, anything, any child, anything, any this thing. But in that type of scenario, they might not likely want to take somebody that does not really have the experience. They might actually prefer somebody with experience, because you understand, but it does not mean. So that's like 4 major ways: through the parents, through agencies, care homes, and then companies offering visa sponsorship. Okay, so now so what are the major types of visa you can actually use in getting this job? So you can actually get this job, of course you have to look for the job that actually offer sponsorship, and of course you can actually do this as a part-time job. Even if you are actually inside the UK, you can do this as a part-time job. So some of these parents might need you just for the weekend, just for the weekday. You go be school now. It can be for weekday, it can be for during the night, it could be any distance, so you can use it as a part-time. But most times it's always mostly full-time. You know how these children be, but we have some that part-time as well, so you can use it as your normal 20 hours day per week. So even if you're in the UK, using it as your normal 20 hours per week is like, you know, when you do it with time, it will actually add to your career progression, add to your experience that you've had as a carer. So you can actually get this job through your student visa, of course, and after like your 3 year in this year, or your 1 year master and everything, if you feel like it's a job you really like, you can actually change to a skilled work visa. So the second type of visa you can use to get this visa is through the normal skilled work visa. Yeah, I didn't really see this job in a shortage occupation list, but I saw it in the list of eligible occupations that is eligible for skilled work visa. I saw it on gov.uk, and I'm actually be attaching a picture. So I might actually be attaching a picture while editing. So we can get it through student visa, through skilled work visa, and the third one is through this their normal EU settlements. All these people from Switzerland that do not need visa, they shall come inside UK. And then the fourth one is through what, I don't know, but as a normal African, most of you that are watching me are actually Africans, right, or even Asians. So the one that can actually work for you is the student visa and then the skilled work visa. So that's to show that whether you are inside UK, whether you are outside UK, you can actually get this job. So the next thing on my list is, what are the requirements? I'm so like you. So the next on our list is so I've written down so many points, and of course you guys know when I'm done with my research, like this, when I'm talking, most times I like to like try to answer possible questions that I feel like people might have. So the next one is, what are the requirements? Basically, there is no requirements, there is no experience, but like I used to tell you, if you're actually employing anything that requires no experience, and of course when they see somebody with the experience or more qualification or more detail, of course you know they will pick the person over you. But in real life there is no experience, so you don't need any experience. So the little experience, but please, your CV is very important. No matter whichever job they say in the UK that does not require experience, your CV is the one to sell you out. You cannot just go there and say, I want to be a nanny. Just like in Nigeria, you just use mouth to say it. Your CV actually speaks well for you. So they have some basic requirements. So in this requirement, right, in this requirement I actually classify them into qualifications, personality, and experience. qualification, personality, and experience. The qualification I'm talking about is we have some schools in the UK that you have to go to school of nanny or school of this one or anything, and aside that we have some online courses, maybe just like these care certificate courses, right, that will do all these care courses and everything. So if you know you don't really have an educational background for this nanny this thing, you can actually just do these online courses. Don't worry, I'll be telling you the type of online course you should do for that. And so that one is your qualification. So talking about personality, there are so many personality that is needed as a nanny. You cannot just say, hey, I want to be a nanny. You have to have so many personality. Like you have to be caring, you have to be compassionate, you have to be all this that emotional, you have to be this thing. And aside that, we have some. Then another thing I noticed is for some of the job vacancies I have seen for this nanny, right, they have some requirement, like they require you to actually be a housekeeper. So they have some vacancy, right, but they have some vacancy that they want you to just be a nanny. Your job is not more than a nanny. But some, they will combine all the problem of their house on your head. They want you to be a nanny, to be a housekeeper, to be a cook, to be, yeah, I saw so many job descriptions like that. So when you're going, just prepare your mind. And that's why I said whatever you're signing your agreement is very, very important. So one thing that I feel like they are doing it is because you know that somehow cleaners, right, cleaners are not in the eligible occupation list for skilled work visa. So instead of just saying we need a cleaner, so they'll just add everything under nanny. You get nanny, this thing, that. And you know that when you're submitting your visa, right, you embassy will not come and check your job description. You get, so you can say they get sense to just add everything up together with it. So you're expected to clean, to cook, to all those things like that. So instead have personality. So like I used to tell you, when you're drafting your CV, before you send it to any company, you have to check their requirements, your job description, their everything. So if you are sending your CV to any company that requires you to be a cook, to be a cleaner, to be a housekeeper, to be a this thing, of course you know that one of the qualities or skills that should be in your CV is multitasking, ability to cook, to clean, housekeeping, running errands, you know, all those basic things. And most of these skills you actually find them in the job description. So just play with the job description, use normal general job description. So another one is your experience. So mothers, like people that has actually given birth before, is actually like a good experience, but that one does not limit that okay, person wey don born, person wey no born, you get, anybody can actually be a nanny. But another experience you can actually give is maybe you've taken care of your auntie's child, be auntie's cousin, like you're a volunteer for your auntie's child, auntie's cousin, auntie's this thing, auntie's that one, you know, understand. Then another one is people that actually work, or maybe you're actually like a tutor in a school, maybe you're a teacher, you teach between all these small children, between all these crèche to nursery to all this thing, all these children, all these teachers that is used to all these small children, all those teachers here, this is the type of work. At least that one, even when you're submitting your reference, that one is very easy. You've been a teacher, so it's almost like similar to this nanny work and everything. Then what else? Then even if you're a nurse, of course, if you're a nurse, you've done you know, in Nigeria, nurses are gbogbo. You enter delivery, you enter theater, you enter everything. If you know that you've entered theater, you've had encounter with child, with everything, so it can actually like give you another age for that. So another this thing is age. What is the age limit for this? Basically, like I used to tell you, when you're living outside Nigeria to the UK, there's basically no age limit. Though people can say from 80 to 30, but for me, from what I've seen so far, there is no age limit. The only age limit is you. I made a video about that before. There is no age limit. But the thing is, whether you are young, whether you are old, whether you are this thing, is your ability to actually demonstrate that you can actually do this thing. That is your own age limit. You cannot come and say some people are very young but they are very slow. You've seen people like that, they are very slow. Just like these are our celebrities, you say some people are 46 and they will look 30, some people will look 18. We have so many celebrities like that. That's because they are very agile. They do not allow their age to tell on them. So if you know you are of older age and then you are dragging yourself, you are behaving like old woman, my dear, you are not qualified. So you have to bear it. And from what I've noticed so far, even with nanny, even for me personally, if I'm to take a nanny, somehow I actually prefer an older person because I feel like they have more child experience and everything. So more like a mentality, but everything still boils down to how active you are as a person. You know that they will do interview for you, so you cannot be talking and be picking your words one by one. You get this one, you're not active, you're not agile. And so whichever age that you have, for me, there is no age limit in getting any job. outside inside the UK, they don't discriminate, but this thing that can make them to select over this one is your activeness, how active you are, how you can show that you can actually do this job. So everything is in your hand. So if you like gonna be doing slow like slow motion, I come and say so there is actually no age limit for me. So another one, so let's talk about the courses. What are the courses you should do? So courses you should do are somehow similar, and there's this courses that you people have done, you've even done it before in Florence, in Alice and everything. So these courses like maybe introduction to caregiving, safeguarding vulnerable adults, no, not adult, this one will be the child part, right? There's one that is safeguarding children, and then first aid. Course get on first aid is very important, because a mother will not feel like, oh, when I give my child to you and I'm not around, and then you know all these children now they used to do, like, if there is any necessary need, or if a child is doing like this, what are the basic things that you can do before you call 911? Because you know, normal first aid thing. Or maybe if a child if the child use hand to cut something, or use hand to knack something, you know, in Nigeria, if a child use their hand to knack and every this thing, you use rub what is meant to do the person to do this child hand. You know, if a child enters or this their burglary, there's, you know, this normal first aid thing. So just for you to like have an idea for the mother to be sure that, okay, if I leave you with my child alone, like you have basic knowledge about what to do about this child and everything. So courses like first aid is very important for you to know. Child first aid, children first aid, safeguarding, safety too is very important. Safety is one thing that you don't joke with. And hope you guys know that children are just like their first class citizens in the UK. They don't joke with their child at all. So if you are the type that used to shout at children in Nigeria, any small thing, will you kidding? No, you can shout. Yeah, you can, but you don't shout to scare the child, because if the parent actually realize that the children are not comfortable around you, of course, you know, they will fire you. So don't try and be that witchcraft auntie or nanny that the children will get scared of you. I know that all these are emo children, they don't, well, they used to hide anything. They tell their mother, before the mother will go and sue you for threats to child life. And you put it that they don't joke with their children. They don't. So don't you can shout, but maybe not, hey, come on, live there. Oh yeah, and they don't beat their child. So you can only correct them. You can only do all this the normal correction. So you know, in Nigeria, if a child do something, you can pinch them. There is to pinch. So if you pinch, and they're gonna show the mother. If child or this child protector service in UK, if they see the man, they will collect the child from the mother. And if they, because of you, collect the child from the mother, you know that you have entered gausha. You know that one. So I'm sure you should avoid them. So they don't beat their child. When you correct them, you have to correct them like, don't do that. You know, let my beer, but don't do that. You don't do that. Don't do that now. Come and show your body. Don't do that. But you can shout at times. You know, there's some medium range. Oh, come and live there. That one is still English. Don't do that. But come on here, Molly, come on, okay. Yeah, thing. So what about which other requirement, what other thing is required? I've talked about your CV, guys. Your CV has to be top notch. So whether you have the experience or not, your CV has to be top notch. That's the only thing that has to sell you, so your CV, that is exactly what to actually sell you out. So the next thing is English requirement. Is IELTS required? I'll say yes, I'll say no. But I'll say no because it's really like a nanny job and everything. But I'll say yes because even if they don't require IELTS for care jobs, they might actually require for this. They might not necessarily require your IELTS, but like I said, when they actually shortlist you, the agency or the care home or this will actually do interview for you to see the way you speak. You know, most times you're actually dealing with children, right? And mothers of these kids, they don't want somebody, just like even in Nigeria, when you're talking to a child, the mother can be like, oh, please speak English. Even in Nigeria, they speak English. So the mother of the child has to be sure like you can speak fluent English, that you will not come and influence their children to start speaking all this pidgin English. So you have to be able to speak a very, very fluent English with children. And that's why I say teachers really have really good opportunity for this, because of course they've been teaching English in school. Like teachers really have good opportunity, but then you don't have to be a teacher. Just make sure that at least you can speak a fluent and understandable, friendly children English. Come on, stand up, wake up, not like pidgin English, or at least normal English, like the way that I'm speaking, that a child can understand. Then the next one on our list is so how do you actually get these agencies? So guys, there are so many ways you can get these agencies, like same way you get these care home agencies, but you all know the deal now. When something becomes so popular like this, with time it becomes a competition, right? And then people start picking people inside UK over people outside UK, and after that they'll start requesting people that actually went to school of nanny before this thing. So I actually have two options of how you can get this nanny. You can actually get this nanny job when you go on all these job websites and everything, look for them, send your CV, but make sure your CV is top notch. And the second way is me. Though I've seen some of this job this thing online, and that was where I was able to draft some of these requirements after I was done with scanning gov.uk and everything. So that's why I've been able to draft this requirement and everything, and on my own, same way I got on popular care homes, right? I've tried to get unpopular people that can actually get nanny job, and I think I have 1 or 2 care homes like that has vacancy for nanny job. So I've actually sent an email as usual to check if they can offer sponsorship for it, but for now I've not gotten any response. So like I told you, you have two ways: either to go on all these popular websites, read total jobs, all these popular websites to look for nanny jobs in the UK. But so far I tried to use filter of tier 2 sponsorship. I did not see anyone that offers sponsorship in the UK. I've checked Read, I've checked total jobs, I've checked Indeed, I've checked this thing. I don't see anyone that offers tier 2 visa sponsorship as at when I'm making this video. Like I spent a whole lot of that, but then you can go there and see. So you can go there and see. I'm not limiting that and everything. So but then even when I see one that is offering, I'm so sorry, you can decide to dislike this video, but let's be truthful with each other. Like I used to tell people, and like I used to say in my community tab, it's not easy coming up with these ideas and coming up with these things. So every single time when I get anything unpopular that is not in the public space, and I bring it out to you guys, and it's in leaked, where am I supposed to get another one? So even when I get one personally, I will just come and tell you guys I've seen no, but you have to pay for it. I am not going to put it out in the public space because I don't want people to take advantage of it, misuse it, and then the real people that actually deserve it, that need the job, not get access to it. You already know the deal. So if you are coming to me, if I'm the one that is giving you the agency or the this thing, your CV, you already know CV is 100k, 1k no. And then for me giving you an unpopular care home agency that offers sponsorship, that one is 100k. Everything is like 300k, and I'm charging 300k because it's my first time, just like that care home job. So I've just do it first time to see how it goes. If it work out, when you get shortlisted, then I'll start increasing my price. Like as usual, I used to sit down to make my research. I'll do my assignment, I'll see if it's possible. Then after that, I'll come and charge a fee. I'll use people to do experiments, send your CV everywhere. Then when I see that okay, this is how it works, and I can really give a distinct thing, and then I'll increase my fee. I hope you understand that. So for now, for a start, it's 300k. And again, another thing is, when you actually see this website online, if you are not paying to me, when you actually see this website, sometimes you might have to register with the agency, tell them what you can do. That's why I said your CV is very important, still very, very important. And then that basically, have I covered everything? Very important. But guys, I cannot stress the 419, this dubious part enough. If you're getting a child through looking for the parents, right, guys, you have to be careful. There are so many juicy offers. They will tell you they will pay for your flight, but then you have to pay for your work visa. And then another disadvantage to this host is another disadvantage to you looking for a parent that will actually sponsor you is that most times when you get the parents that will sponsor you, maybe you did interview, maybe you did interview with the parents, right, and they like your person, they like your personality, and then what next? They don't know what is next. They don't know what the next thing to do. They don't know what to do about visa. They don't know what to go about. You two, you are confused. Them say they are confused. You are both confused. So that's why sometimes it's always very good to go with companies, care homes, agencies that are actually into these things, so that it will be easy for you, because both of you will actually be confused. So another way you can actually go from maybe any country to the UK on this route is visitors visa. But we all know that when you actually go on the visitors visa, right, you are not eligible to work, let alone earn. So if they catch both of you, you know what that means. So it's always like a skilled work visa. So you can't just tell your host to actually go to home office and start making that report. I'm not sure any parents might want to single-handedly go through that stress because they feel like, Kenny, working for somebody inside UK job, I cannot kill myself. That's one of those discoveries. So sometimes it's really better to go with these companies that are registered and everything like that. So far, I hope with this viewpoint of mine, I've been able to show you another job that can actually offer you visa sponsorship to relocate permanently to the UK. And of course, this visa too is eligible for you bringing your dependents, bringing your this one, bringing your that one, that can make you, it can last up to 5 years, and after 5 years you apply for your ILR, indefinite leave to remain. Same benefit as this care worker job, same benefit. Then another thing is, when you're actually working as a nanny, right, inside any of these people's home, you're actually eligible to your own apartment. Yeah, they actually have distinct rules for that. I said on gov.uk, I might be screenshotting. They have to give you your own bedroom, but they will give you your own bedroom, but I think you have to share toilets, of course. Yeah, you might have to share toilet, but you have your own bedroom. So even if you're a mother, you have children, your children, if you know that you have children that is up to 18 that can take care of themselves, you can still do this job, and your children should be there or any other time, but you have your own room inside those people's house while you take care of the children and every other thing. And of course, let's talk about the pay. Oh my goodness, guys, the pay is so high. You can get a pay as high as £35,000 or £40,000 as a starter. Especially this one that they used to have housekeeping, cleaning and everything as comboed it together. Their pay is very, very high. And you know something about UK is the more you stay, the more you experience, the more they keep increasing your, what they used to call it, your ability, be your money, or you get, the more they keep increasing. So their money is very, very high, a whole lot of money, even more than the caregivers job. So that's because they actually value their child. Their child is more like a first class citizen, so their money is a whole lot of money. And of course, you know that your duty will be spelled out, the number of hours. Some can be weekly, some can be how many this is. So if you're doing extra shift, you don't know how much that is. It's really a whole lot of money. So far, I hope you guys are okay. What am I saying? This will bring us to the end of today's video, and I'll see you guys in my very next video. See my eyes, I need to sleep. So guys, I'll see you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye. See you soon. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Guys, I say, see my eyes. My eyes is swollen. Like I've been making research, like. So guys, there are so many jobs in the UK that require sponsorship, right? That you can actually get sponsorship right? So make sure you guys are stay tuned on this YouTube channel, because, and I'm looking fine like this. I would have actually made this video like this, you know, right? I made this video like this. So there are so many jobs in the UK that you can actually get sponsorship for. So it doesn't have to be care job. Like a whole lot of job. Like if you check the skilled occupation, there are a whole lot of jobs you can get. Like I'm just feeling my baby right now. I'm just feeling myself like delay. One word big say as I would have made this video like this. So guys, thanks for watching today's video. Of course, now you know the deal. I'll see you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye. See you soon. I'm done with my birds anyways. I just look back. Go and this thing. So research continues, and I'll keep updating you guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.